Hello, movie lovers, and welcome to my movie news segment. Now, this is something I'm going to end up starting to do maybe every once in a while, do a little bit of movie news and stuff like that. So, so first thing is first. The first thing that happened in movie news was the fact that John Carpenter is going to be coming back to do and produce another Halloween movie. With that being said, I was actually excited with the fact that John Carpenter was actually going to come back to do Halloween. At first, I thought he was going to come back to direct. And then after I found out that he was going to come back and just be a producer on this thing, and then maybe possibility of having the guy who directed Oakless or whatever that horror movie was that I didn't really like. I didn't really like that horror movie at all. I fell asleep. As a matter of fact, I think it was even worse than Paranormal Activity because I fell asleep in that movie too. So I didn't really care for that. But aside from that, I was very excited to hear the news that John Carpenter was coming back. But now it makes me a little bit more hesitant with the fact that this is going to might be the director that might be coming in to do this movie, and I hope that it's not. I really do. I hope that they choose another director instead of this guy. But I guess I'm just gonna have to wait and see what happens. But right now, I'm kind of hesitant and kind of fearful of the fact that this guy is going to be doing this movie. The next thing I want to end up talking about is, yeah, the WB already confirmed that there is going to be a Harley Quinn standalone movie. Now, this is something that I'm very much excited for because, there was people who already watched the Suicide Squad movie who already saw it. These aren't the people that are in charge of it, like WB, who that they had a standing ovation with Batman for Superman. This is actually people who went to a private screening and actually watched the Suicide Squad trailer for what it, I mean, not the trailer, but the movie for what it was. And they all came out loving it. Now, this tells me a couple of things. Number one, Warner Brothers actually has enough confidence to actually sign off on and greenlight a standalone Harley Quinn movie. So that's a plus because they're actually standing by and having the confidence that they need to actually do this movie. Now, on the other hand, you know, I'm also thinking of it as this. I think it's a little too soon as well because I haven't seen Suicide Squad. No one else has seen Suicide Squad other than the people who actually saw the special screening of Suicide Squad, and they all were mind blown by it. But just because they saw it and saw something doesn't mean that it's going to be good. And I don't want to amplify I don't want to amplify my thoughts around it because I haven't seen it yet, and I don't want to get super excited about it whenever it might be a letdown. So, with that being said, I'm excited about this news, but then I'm also hesitant, just like I was with the Halloween thing. But with this, it tells me, like I said, it gives WB a little bit of a confidence booster with the fact that people walked out of it loving it, and they're also standing by their product finally, instead of just being a fearful little kid at a swimming pool that's afraid to drown and just dipping their toes into the swimming pool just a little bit because they're afraid that they're afraid that the movie's going to suck or the ideas that they have are not going to be great. So it's just good to actually see them go full throttle with this and actually believe in their own property because that's one of the things that a Fantastic Four didn't do. It's one thing to come out with, but even if the movie you think is going to suck, at least have the confidence in knowing that your movie might suck and promote this thing instead of hiding it from other people. Because if you end up hiding the movie from other people, the chances is the movie's going to be bad, and then you're actually going to have some negative reviews for whatever movie that you created. But I'm not saying that happened with Batman vs Superman or anything like that. It's just with Fantastic Four, they which is Fox, they ended up not standing behind what they were doing, and that's also the same thing with this. They're actually standing behind what they're promoting. So therefore, I have to say congratulations on that part with WB for what they want to do with their property. But like I said, I'm kind of hesitant, but I'm also kind of excited about this. So the next thing is the Little Mermaid might actually get a live action adaptation. And I'm actually excited for this because if you haven't seen my review, which I'm probably going to have that in the description of the Jungle Book, I have to say, I really enjoyed the Jungle Book for what it was. It was great. It was a great adaptation from the animated movie. I felt like it was very spot on. I felt like everything about that movie was just fantastic. John Favreau did a very good job of making this movie, and you know, Disney's actually been knocking it out of the park with their live action stuff. They knocked it out with Cinderella, and then they knocked it out with this one, Jungle Book. So to see them go on ahead and tackle on the Little Mermaid would actually excite me a lot more. And not only that, but with Beauty and the Beast just around the corner and everything, just by looking at that teaser trailer yesterday, I was pretty much mind blown by it. So just to actually be excited for the Little Mermaid being a live action adaptation, I think that I can actually say that I buy into this a whole lot because of what they were able to do, and Disney's actually knocking it out of the park lately. So therefore, I'm gonna have to buy it. I would like to actually know what you guys think about that. I mean, do you guys want to see a live action Little Mermaid or what? Or do you want to see a Harley Quinn spinoff? Or do you want to see another Halloween movie, despite Rob Zombie also remade that movie back in the 70s? So, those are just my thoughts on those subjects. And then I also want to get into the whole fact with Fast and the Furious is talking about doing a spinoff movie with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Now, here's the deal. I love the Fast and Furious franchise. I love what it is. It's great popcorn fun. You don't have to take the movie serious. It defines logic in every single way. But you're also enjoying just a popcorn filled time. Just enjoying it, laughing, enjoying the cars being fast and stuff like that. But this kind of movie, I'm gonna have to sell because of the simple fact that it's not something that I'm very excited about. I never felt like these movies needed to have a spin-off movie. Regular Fast and the Furious movies, and then letting them have their own thing. And to me, having a spin-off movie is just stupid, in my opinion, because, you know, this is not the Avengers. This is not a comic book related movie. There's not enough stuff to actually pack in a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson standalone movie for his character Hobbs, because I felt like he's just a side character. He's not that important to the Fast and the Furious franchise. And I feel like, you know, you can have him in other Fast and the Furious movies to add some flavor to them, but you don't need to actually have him in a standalone movie, because I'd rather have him in a full-length movie than have him in a spin-off movie. But like I said, that's just my own preference, though. I mean, if you guys like that idea, that's cool with me. I mean, but for my taste, I don't like it. I don't buy into it. Lastly, I want to get into the whole fact with Kingpin not being in Spider-Man: Homecoming. As everyone knows, people are always telling me, "Oh, Netflix villains need to be, or the Netflix characters need to be in the MCU." To me, I'd rather let Netflix have their own shared universe within the Netflix series, and here's why. Okay, you look at the casting choices for Spider-Man: Homecoming, and you actually look at the IMDb on that, and you compare it to the Netflix series. As for the actor who plays Kingpin, as well as the character of Kingpin, they don't work at all in a PG-13 universe. It'll be a watered-down version of Kingpin. It wouldn't be the same character that we actually saw on Netflix, where he's just to where how he was just violent, and then he's also passive aggressive and everything else. He has several different layers to him. I feel like if you're gonna end up putting him in a Spider-Man standalone movie and everything, he's just gonna be a watered down villain to the point where you can't really do much with him. And you know, he doesn't. To me, these characters don't belong in a PG-13 universe. Now, I believe that you can actually have Matt Murdock as the lawyer. Don't have him as Daredevil. Just have him in there as a cameo, and that's it. You don't need to have Daredevil in there. That's the only thing that I can say that I would love to see in the MCU, is just have Matt Murdock in there. Not Daredevil, not anything that's representing the Netflix series per se, but you just have a little small tip of the hat towards the Netflix thing without having to take anybody out of the movie. Now, like I said, with that, I don't want a watered down version of Kingpin. I want him to be just as gritty as I just want him to have those layers like I saw on the Netflix series, because I feel like that's where he needs to be. And to have him in the Spider-Man Homecoming, I feel in that at all. I feel like that he just belongs in the Netflix series. Another thing too is like I said, look at the casting. You have Robert Downey Jr. You have Tom Holland. You have all these actors and everything. And how is he going to? It's one thing to actually have the character in there, but it's about how it's being presented and about how it looks in front of you, not how it's written down on paper. On paper, it may look awesome, but looking at it in front of you, what does it look like? How is he going to interact with these characters? How are they going to end up doing it? And that's just the thing. I don't see it working. And that's just me. That's just my choice. But hey. Anyways, that's pretty much a wrap on everything I wanted to get to. Tell me what you guys think. I want your thoughts on the Spider-Man Homecoming. I want to know what you guys think about this whole entire thing. Because it's not what I think or whatever. It matters what you guys think. Are you guys excited about any of the stuff that I mentioned or anything? And please, don't forget to like, comment below, and subscribe. I would like to actually hear your thoughts. Until next time, bye-bye.